A cineasta brasileira Petra Costa participou do programa norte-americano Democracy Now! Para divulgar seu documentário Apocalipse nos Trópicos. Na entrevista, que foi ao ar na última quinta-feira, Costa aproveitou a oportunidade para tecer críticas contundentes à política externa dos Estados Unidos e ao plano criminoso da família Bolsonaro.
These latest developments, Trump saying drop the trial of Bolsonaro for attempting a coup. Interestingly, here the attempted coup, if as many people describe it, was January 6th. In Brazil, it was January 8th. Or you'll be slapped, your country, with 50% tariffs. In this part one of the discussion, just wrap up with your response to that.
Our film really traces these coup attempts that Bolsonaro waged during the 4 years of his presidency, when he said he would never recognize the result of the elections if he lost, and the January 8th attacks, which were very much inspired by the January 6th attacks. The relationship between Trump and Bolsonaro is not new. They've been exchanging with Bannon. Bolsonaro's son, Eduardo, left his seat in office in the parliament and came to the United States to lobby for his father, who is currently on trial for the coup attempt that, if was successful, the plan was to assassinate Lula, his vice president, and the Supreme Court justice. So Brazil has to finish this trial. Our courts are independent, and Bolsonaro, as any citizen, has the right to a fair trial, but without foreign interference.
Petra Costa traçou paralelo incisivo entre a postura de Trump e as ações de Bolsonaro, destacando as semelhanças entre os dois líderes populistas e a preocupante ascensão da direita religiosa, tanto nos Estados Unidos quanto no Brasil.
So Bolsonaro was a congressman when I made my film The Edge of Democracy, which we spoke about here, Amy, a few years ago. He was one of the most far-right congressmen who was defending the military dictatorship, declared his vote against Dilma at the time, defending the torture of Dilma.
This is Dilma Rousseff, the president.
The first female president of Brazil. Then he decided to run for president and did not have the working class vote in the beginning. He gained that by declaring himself somewhat evangelical, making an alliance with the pastor who's the protagonist of our film, Malafaia, Silas Malafaia, a prominent televangelist. And in this marriage between religion and politics, Bolsonaro was very useful for a growing movement in Brazil that comes from the United States, which it's called Dominion Theology, that has as a plan the takeover of the three branches of government, the judiciary, the legislative, and the executive. We had the chance of filming with Malafaia, this pastor, during the last 5 years, and during that time, what was fascinating to see was his power over the president only grew, and Bolsonaro became a vessel, an instrument to executing this Dominion theologist plan, which is very similar to what is happening in the United States with Trump and his allies, such as Matt Huckabee, Peter Hegseth, and
Huckabee, very significant. He is now the U.S. ambassador to Israel, and the last actions of Netanyahu in the United States yesterday, the Israeli prime minister, were to meet with the evangelical Christians of the United States supporting him in Israel.
A cineasta destacou como Apocalipse nos Trópicos revela essa interferência religiosa na política.
The film is an investigation into that, into how this apocalyptic theology is shaping Brazilian politics at this moment, and really making our elections become less a discussion of programs, of plans for the future, but holy wars.
A entrevista com a cineasta brasileira aconteceu um dia depois da decisão de Donald Trump de impor uma tarifa de 50% sobre os produtos brasileiros. A medida gerou ampla repercussão na imprensa internacional. A nova tarifa anunciada por Trump, com entrada em vigor prevista para 1º de agosto, foi apresentada como retaliação à condução do processo judicial contra Bolsonaro. Em carta enviada ao presidente Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, Trump classificou o julgamento como uma caça às bruxas e afirmou que Bolsonaro é um líder altamente respeitado. Lula respondeu prontamente e prometeu adotar medidas com base na lei de reciprocidade econômica.